Welcome back, everyone. Phoenix 3 here, and we have some super good news today. Today, a bunch of cards were leaked from the Evolutions TCG set, the very next set that's coming out. It needs to release soon because I really want the cards in here. As you guys may know, um, Pidgeot EX is in this set. I'm super excited about that. Like, you guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for this card. It's been like 16 years, 17 years I was waiting for a Pidgeot EX card. I'm so glad that, it's finally a thing. Now, some people question the legitimacy of this here because of the borders that the cards have to lay out. Now, this here is only done for nostalgia, retroness. So, if you grew up when the Pokemon trading card game first came out, the trainer cards look like this. They did not look good. So I have one of my favorite Pokemon on a card that does not look good that I grew up with. This is a pure win for me. You guys have no idea. And here we got some of the EXs. So here you see full art Pidgeot EX, which I'm happy about. I thought it was going to be a situation where it wasn't going to get a full art, that they would have threw it in like one of those trainer boxes or something like that. But I'm glad it's actually in the set. We got Mega Pidgeot EX right here and the normal Pidgeot EX right here. I want to get these cards so bad. Dragonite looking badass. Another thing that people are saying that this isn't real is because the Dragonite is a colorless Pokemon and not dragon. But back in the day, dragon type wasn't a thing and furry type wasn't a thing. Dragons and I guess furry types now were colorless back then. But that doesn't really mean anything because Dragonite can be both colorless and dragon. So if they do decide they want to put dragon types in the set, Dragonite can still technically be colorless, since colorless in the card game is also representative of the flying type. So we have some pretty good things here. The Mewtwo sucks. They just took the promo Mewtwo card that came from the movie, I think, the one that had energy absorption, recover, and side strike, and they just pretty much made it an EX. Now I'm actually glad to see that this Mewtwo isn't overpowered and broken like the last few Mewtwo cards have been. So we have here also Starmie Break, and I'm super salty that like our breaks aren't called turbos because that would have been so cool. Starmie Turbo, like it just sounds like a Power Ranger right there. You guys remember Power Rangers Turbo, right? That's just nostalgia everywhere. Except we didn't get the right name for it. But here we have that. They actually looked at some of the cards here and translated some of them. So we have Turbo Star, which will probably be called Star Break in English. And the attack does 100 damage each of your opponent's Pokemon break. So in the old EX series, there was a Rayquaza Star that had an attack that did 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon EX, which won me a game, by the way. I took like 8 prizes in one turn. It was great. But it's nice to see these type of attacks coming back for use here. And it only costs 1 water energy. The Starmie itself isn't too bad. The Starmie has an ability that says you could discard a card from your hand, and if you do, put 2 energy cards from your hand back, or from your discard pile back into your hand. So it's really a utility Pokemon here. It's not overpowered. It's very situational. But break Pokemon are looking to be extremely powerful. So if you're going against, say, like a what's the name, Yan Mega break deck, and your opponent has a bunch of Yan Megas down, you can simply put this in your deck. If you're playing a water deck, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be playing this. Then you can put 100 damage on each of them. I mean, it's not that great. Breaks need more support, and they need to be able to come into play faster in order for something like this to be extremely viable. It's kind of one of those type things. I mean, if you're attacking with something and investing in something, then you want it to be something else. Like this here, if you want to effectively use it, has it put in like 6 deck spots. And this here is 6 deck spots for a card that will probably get knocked out in one hit because it's only got 130 HP. And I mean, you're just better off putting another attacker in your deck. That's not technically a stage 2. Mewtwo EX, we just talked about that. Energy absorption, recover, Cyburn. It's You don't want to play this Mewtwo over the other one. It has 180 HP, so there may be a saving grace if you want to use like Mega Mewtwo. You have an option, but damage change Mega Mewtwo is just always a much better thing. Dragonite EX, his ability makes it to where when you put him into play from your hand, you can search the discard pile for the two basic Pokemon, excluding any Dragonite EX, and put them into your hand. So it's just recovery. I don't know if I really like it too much on Pokemon that I have to put into play. So there's that. Another thing that really makes this Dragonite legit is the fact that it has a lightning weakness and not a fairy weakness or a dragon weakness. The Dragonite back then, when it was first released, didn't have a weakness. A lot of Pokemon didn't have weaknesses as well. The legendary birds didn't have weaknesses. Dragonite didn't have one. So there's some pretty cool things there. Pidgeot EX, which I am extremely excited about, by the way. We've got Mimic. So this makes it to where if Pidgeot takes any damage from your opponent's attack and it survives, I guess it doesn't have to survive, but any damage you take, you do right back to your opponent. So if you had like an effect on you that said um, you survive with like 10 hit points or something, and you still took 200 damage, you still do that 200 damage back to your opponent. So that's pretty cool. Feather Throw, 80 and 20 Snipe is not that great. I would have much rather this cost 2 energy and not 3. But I mean, it's not completely that bad. Because I mean, you really want to use Mimic here. And Mega Pidgeot EX, 220 HP, so it didn't get shafted in the HC department. It could have been 210, so I'm glad it's 220. And Mock Cyclone does 130 damage, and your opponent switches their active with one of their bench if you want them to. And it has a 0 retreat clause, which is great. Nil King Break, just nothing too bad there. But I am super excited to have Pidgeot EX in the game now. I am working on a deck list. It's probably going to revolve around healing and just trying to tank hits, because a Mega Pidgeot with a Fighting Fury belt is pretty scary. Or not Mega Pidgeot, but Pidgeot in general with a Fighting Fury belt is scary because it has 210 hit points, which means it can survive in a 200 damage attack and then for 1 energy do 200 damage back to you. And the way that I'm going to play it is I'm going to have healing in the deck as well. So that's going to be extremely good. And the reason it's so good is because we don't have any way to discard tools. I guess if your opponent wants to play like Rattata or something, you could. But you can do something like Pidgeot Garbodor, and I mean your opponent really can't do much to you. But that's just that. I'm waiting to see the actual Mega Pidgeot EX full art, because oh my god, that card is probably going to look so good. There are also 2 secret rares in this set that we don't know about yet. I'm hoping one of them is a Pidgeot EX rare. I'm hoping. I mean, this year came to a big surprise to me. I was expecting Mega Pidgeot to be in the set, but kind of woke up to this, and my inbox was just blown up. Dude, Mega Pidgeot got confirmed for Evolution, so that was pretty cool. So if anything else comes out with this set, I'll be sure to let you guys know, but I really wanted to report this. So thank you all for watching the video, and I hope you all continue to have a very good day.